Thank you all for meeting with me. I know that there's quite a bit of buzz, and a pretty positive one going around the community right now about this little program we started over at Damascus Elementary School, which is kind of spread throughout the district and the community. I'm really excited about the opportunity it's presenting to children in the community and families as well. We have 80 children registered currently for our program, and I'm quite frankly at my max. We have 16 teams competing in an international competition where the children are learning to code robots, and they'll be solving challenges and missions. We have 40 volunteers who come on a weekly basis to help them do this. So the teams are in teams of 5. They're spread out all over the building, which has been an adjustment, and our staff has been really welcoming and adjusting to all the needs that we've had to do to get people in and keep the children safe at the same time, keep a secure, safe learning environment where everyone can be productive and just focused on their learning. The people have gone out of their way, and I've mentioned that in this little booklet that I put together for you. Some of the questions that I'm hearing from the community that may not be involved in our Facebook web page, there is a group formed for this so that parents can communicate back and forth with me and with the other coaches and share resources. We call it DW3. It's Damascus Wonder Workshop Warriors. Wonder Workshop is the name of the company, makewonder.com. This started when my daughter, who wants to be a robotics engineer, and she's in the 6th grade, told me she wanted a robot for Christmas, and I really don't have that within my means of handling those things, and it's not my skill base. So we did some research, and we found this company, Wonder Workshop, and Dash and Dot are the robots from the company. This is Dash, and this is Dot. And I won't turn them on because they're very talkative and they move, and when they get tired of you talking, they start talking and doing other things as well. But Dash and Dot are programmed using any sort of device, like a Kindle, an iPad, an iPhone, etc. It has to be a fairly current model, and Bluetooth has to be enabled for that. As we got the robots, we said, oh, there's this competition, oh, can we compete? Well, then her friends started, can we compete too? And so my gears started going, because this is, you've probably known by now, I can't stop, and it gets out of control, and it's really big now. So I wanted to make it available to her and her friends, so I funded and then I said to Mr. Mealy, any shot, there's anything left anywhere that we could get 5 sets and have 5 teams compete. That was my goal, 25 kids, let's do this, right? I got an email this summer. It was approved. I was so grateful. I was so excited. In fact, Mrs. Kokova can tell you, I called her. I said, are you sure I have these robots? I went flying down to the school with the kids and unpacked it all and just super excited, started putting everything together. And then I started getting the phone calls, and it was looking like, oh my, we have now 40 kids who want to be in, and I've got 25 spots. We've got 60 kids who want to be in. So I wrote a Donors Choose grant. And I think we're familiar with those. We've had some of those in the district before. The Donors Choose grant was published, I believe, on a Friday afternoon. Wonder Workshop gave the first donation to it. They funded $170 of it. And within minutes, I was getting phone calls. There's nowhere to fund it. It says it's funded. What's going on with your grant? I said, it's an error. You're looking at my Lego grant. Just give me a minute, and I'll go on and figure it out. I clicked on the link, and just the emotions, and I know that many of you will know this connection. And if you've been to our website, you know that the major funding came from the Bocconis and Boyles in memory of their passed on spouses for their contributions to teaching. So they doubled the program. And then I had parents who said, if you'll just let my kid on, we'll buy another set. So then comes into, okay, where's all this coming from? How'd you get the stuff? Where is it? So I've kind of broken that down for you. I haven't got all of the stuff yet to be able to confirm to you that this is where it came from, but I have broken it down a little bit. We have 5 sets purchased from West Ranch. We have 5 sets and accessories from the Donors Choose grant from Bocconi and Boyle. We have an anonymous family, and I don't really know those rules for how to report that to you if I need to give you a name off the record, but they would like to remain anonymous, and I have received that. 5 sets of launchers. The robots can have accessories. This session, we're going to be following a very scripted program of here's your mission. Right now the kids are exploring and learning, but come October 19th we will be involved in missions where they're competing with, I believe the last time I looked, there were 1,600 teams worldwide in just about every continent. Those will be very prescribed missions. They'll have to solve them. They'll have to submit their coded key in order to enter the contest. If they win, which they're all gunning for, my goal, quite honestly, is every team submitted, done. This is great. We were successful and everything worked. We have 3 teams who have a really good shot of becoming finalists. I have to tell you, I'm so proud of them. And I welcome you, of course, to come and look and walk around and see all of the learning that's taking place. You might want to wear roller skates because we are spread out all over the building. But in the spring, we're planning on running a rec league, where kids won't have the pressure of the competition and they'll just be learning. We'll explore more with those. I will warn you, the night we get out the xylophones might not be the best night to come on into the school building. So the Cameron family gave us 5 more sets of launchers to go with that. The competition mats, you can compete using a tarp that has tape on it. I'm not much of a perfectionist when it comes to those things, and so I started saying to people, hey, is there anybody who could help me tape these down? Because that's not my area of expertise. And the question is, well, how much does it cost to just buy it? Well, then people start, I'm just going to buy you one. I'm just going to buy you one. I'm just going to buy you one. And they've started coming in. And honestly, it's just such an overwhelming amount of community support. Pretty much everything I've said, hey, we're looking for this. If somebody has a way, it shows up at my door, or else there's a message that says, hey, watch for this in the mail. You know, I've been very clear with them. I will not accept money for anything on any uncertain terms. And trust me, they've been trying to throw money at me like I don't know what. But I have not accepted any money from anyone. A lot of donations. So we have competition mats. We have them promised, not received yet, promised for every team. Extra accessory pack was just purchased. We're using the 3 iPads that the technology committee purchased for my LEGO grant a couple years ago through the innovative program. And then we have a kind of a shortage on those supplies available that are updated enough to do it. So I'm supplying 7 devices for the teams to use, and we have several families making up the gap on that as well. The Mumford family has supplied robots for their team, accessories, mat, mobile devices. I have that separated into the bottom section because that section is not considered donation. They're just sharing that with us. The Mumford family is sharing mobile devices, accessories, robots, and mat. The Carnegie family has shared a competition package and devices, and the Wilsons are on their team as well, and they share their devices too. The Day family is sharing their devices. We have another anonymous family, the second family. I've called them Anonymous 2 in my other breakdown that I have to report out to you when we have received everything. They've supplied a competition package and device for their team. I've supplied 2 competition packages, 2 accessory sets, and 7 devices, and any extra purchases that need to be made, I'll just handle on my own. We've had some families, t-shirts, I'll be honest, it's been a thing. There are t-shirts available on the website to purchase, and parents really wanted to give me money to just handle that, and I'm not willing to do that. I didn't come to you to ask permission to form an official club, and I felt that I just needed to really stand by that. I will not accept money. You don't have to have a t-shirt to be in the club. You can make your own, you just can't sell them. You can buy them from the website or make your own, and honestly, I've already made some for several children, and they just appeared on their desks. So it's just, no money gets transferred between any of us. On the second page, I've listed some things I think that I need to make sure that I do. Corey Sands has gone above and beyond her role. She voluntarily is staying after school, after her school hours, to make sure that front office is secure. And she sells herself a little short, and I said to her today, you're my first responder. You're the one who makes sure no one gets in that shouldn't be on that, that's not on that list, and she does. And they all want to come down and see, and she's like, yeah, you're not on her list, you're going to need to call her. So I'm really grateful for Corey and her effort. Teresa Birch has handled all the handbooks for the teams, including the handbook that you all have, which is partially the team handbook and then the extras that I added so you would be informed about everything we're doing. The custodial staff has gone above and beyond. Anytime you do something that takes over the building, you know, it's different, and it adjusts our schedules. But they've made sure we have our large trash cans in the snack rooms. We have 80 kids. And our parents have donated snacks for them for every week and water bottles, and Jen Zamorelli has coordinated that. And the kids go, they have their snack, and then as soon as the buses are gone, we take over the building. And the custodial staff has been really good about that. Ms. Bradway went above and beyond. Our opening day somehow coincided with PIE Pretzel Day, which was fun. So Ms. Bradway stayed extra and cleaned, and I wanted to recognize her for that. She wanted to make sure that there was nothing on the floor for the robots at that time, and that was above what she needed to do, in my opinion. Jerry went ahead and found me a cart to store the robots on so they could be charging and mobile so I could get them around the building. And of course, Dan, pretty much he pretty much ignores everything I do and never complains once, and I've appreciated that. Our classroom teachers, it's a little bit of an inconvenience for them, and all of them have just been like, whatever you need, we'll get it done. Because we give the kids a DW3 sticker. At the end of the day, the teachers put that on them so that that's the only kids getting into those snack rooms, because they're trying to get in. And it breaks my heart, but I just can't take more than the 80 kids we have. They're trying to stay there. Oh, no, I'm sure I'm on the list. So everyone has been really good about, no, honey, get on your bus. Get on your buses. We'll see you in March. I've listed also, Shelley Wilson, Amy Weaver, Treva Klein, and Angie Klingensmith have also volunteered to stay after. Because as we've grown, I've been like, I need some solid people here that can just, I know we're going to be in the building and do this. And our community has really stepped up. They've started researching on their own things to do with the children and to teach them. I did list the club times and dates for you there. We'll be moving up to 2-hour times in October to go through with the missions. And then I've given you a list of all the teams, who their volunteer is, where they are in the building, and which kids are on that team. There's also a breakdown by grade level, which we've found helpful just to see the spread of that. You'll see that third grade, it gets split a little bit because some of them have to fall in the age bracket for competition of up to 8-year-old, and some of them are in the 9 and above group. The rest of the booklet just basically tells you about the robots. So I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me tonight. I know that I get a little excited about it, just maybe a little excited, but it is such a, really, to just use a kind of plain word here, a cool thing. I mean, who would have ever thought robots and kids coding, and they're doing it. And they're applying their math skills, they're applying their literacy skills, they're applying their 21st century skills, they're doing all these things, but they think they're just playing with toys, which is so neat. That the kids, we did a survey before club started of how the kids like to learn and what they do, and they overwhelmingly told us they prefer to learn from videos. So we've put a laptop from our laptop cart in with every child, every team, and each team out, you go through and they're over there, they're checking out tutorials and they're searching this. They're doing real life applications of the skills and standards that we're teaching them. And we could boringly break down for you the standards that are being taught, but they are being taught, and the kids are learning them, and the adults are learning them at the same time. I said I would like to take my shirt that says coach on the back and cross it off and put hack, because I am not a computer specialist or a robot specialist. When I started into this venture, the company said to me, Mrs. Skavinsky, all you need is enthusiasm and a willingness to learn. And I said, well, I built a whole career on that, so we'll go from there. Thank you so much for your time. Do you have any questions for me about it?
No, thanks.
Thank you.
It's awesome. Thank you.
It is awesome. We'll have to have some of your students demonstrate.
I think we're
Maybe.
scheduled to come back in November with the
Okay.
kids.
So they could do a competition test.
We're going to do that.
We're coming
We're
to
Oh.
Damascus.
in November.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
So our board meeting will be in Damascus.
Yes.
Awesome.
So we can move, like, wherever you need us to.